foreign naval forces face a variety of sophisticated and constantly changing threats, necessitating a creative answer to the strategic problems of maritime defense and power projection. We will reveal the formidable solution in this video: the aircraft carriers of the Ford class. With the CVN-21 aircraft carrier program created by the Newport News Shipbuilding, join us on this exhilarating voyage of discovery as we examine how these enormous maritime juggernauts redefine naval superiority and provide a decisive response to the constantly shifting tides of modern warfare. The Huntington Ingalls Industries Shipbuilding Division is an intriguing project that intends to produce a magnificent fleet of nuclear-powered aircraft carriers for the United States Navy. The Gerald R. T. Ford class is the name given to this extraordinary fleet. The necessity for a new generation of naval force that could handle the changing challenges of the 21st century is where the Ford-class aircraft carriers got their start. It became evident that a new threat needed to be addressed as the United States strove to maintain its status as the world's leading naval force. The type of warship was essential. The Ford-class carriers were first developed in the early 2000s with the intention of building a ship that would transform how the U.S. Navy was active. A ship that would improve power projection capabilities, offer better operating flexibility, and incorporate the newest technological breakthroughs was designed after extensive research and development. The USS Gerald R. Ford, the first ship of this class to be handed to the United States, is leading the way. It entered the Navy in May 2017 and was commissioned in July 2017. By the time it completed a demanding multi-week final deployment composite training unit exercise in April 2023 and received certification as a combat deployable U.S. warship, it had already demonstrated its capabilities. The legendary USS Enterprise, which diligently served for more than 50 years before being decommissioned in 2017, was proudly passed on to the USS Gerald R. Ford. The second carrier of the Gerald R. Ford class, the USS John F. Kennedy, is next in line and will be christened and launched in December 2019. In July 2025, the Navy is expected to receive delivery of this superb ship. 2 more ships are expected to be delivered, expanding the Gerald R. Ford class. The Gerald R. Ford class carriers are genuinely amazing, surpassing the Nimitz-class carriers in size but requiring fewer crew members. USS Enterprise in March 2028 and USS Doris Miller in February 2032. They contain a remarkable variety of 23 with new or upgraded systems compared to their predecessors. These carriers intelligently integrate new technologies and increased automation to reduce maintenance requirements by 30%. They also feature increased sortie rates, weight and stability allowances, and enhanced electrical power generation and distribution to support advanced technology systems. Interoperability, which guarantees smooth coordination and collaboration with other naval assets at an incredible rate, is the final and most important performance criteria. The Ford-class carriers, which are 1,106 feet long and 250 feet tall and outnumber previous Nimitz-class carriers in both size and displacement, are a really impressive sight in the seas. Because of their strength and engineering prowess, these naval fortresses can survive the strains of contemporary warfare for up to 50 years before needing a significant refit. However, the Ford-class carriers are distinguished not only by their size, but also by the rebuilt flight deck, which includes In addition, the Ford-class carriers' dedicated weapons elevators enable them to quickly transfer bombs and missiles to planes, ensuring an immediate response when required. A smaller island gives pilots a greater area of operations, improving their capabilities during crucial missions. The Raytheon Evolved Sea Sparrow missile can be used by the Ford class to defend against anti-ship missiles. This fire-and-forget missile will track and eliminate approaching threats automatically before they even approach. Additionally, the Ford-class carriers are geared for attack and destruction with sensors for interceptor missiles and other ship defenses. The rolling airframe missile from Raytheon and Ramses is the close-in weapon system aboard the Ford class. At Mach 2.5, this supersonic missile will destroy airplanes, anti-ship missiles, and surface threats. The REM missile can maneuver at almost 100 times the speed of gravity to land a direct strike and never loses sight of its target thanks to its sophisticated infrared guidance system. The Ford class has a defense bubble thanks to the RAM system. The Ford class has phalanx CIWs with a M61 Vulcan Gatling gun as a last line of defense. This 20mm cannon can shoot incoming missiles and approaching aircraft out of the sky at a rate of 50 rounds per second. Threats are automatically detected, tracked, and engaged by the Phalanx CIWS without the need for human interaction. The Ford-class aircraft carriers have unmatched defense capabilities thanks to the Sea Sparrow missiles, RAM system, and Phalanx CIWS. Fortress-like defense is provided by the cutting-edge armaments on board, allowing the Ford-class carriers to concentrate on force projection beyond their impressive military prowess. The courageous men and women who serve on board with a crew of more than 4,600 use these carriers as floating communities as well. The carriers provide a variety of services, including coffee shops, gyms, and movie theaters. This is evidence of the U.S. Navy's commitment. The revised flight deck aboard the aircraft carriers of the Ford class enhances sortie rates and facilitates more effective flying operations. Be prepared for non-stop thrill and action. There are 4 more flight decks in the Ford class. 4 acres aboard Nimitz-class carriers as opposed to 5 acres. Aircraft can maneuver and taxi more easily when there is greater room. Additionally, the deck has been rearranged with 3 aircraft elevators rather than 4, creating more deck space for flight operations below the flight deck. The weapon handling areas on the Ford class have been rebuilt, and automated conveyor systems can carry ammo and missiles between storage and aircraft more effectively. The modification doubles ordnance handling capacity while having the amount of labor required more quickly, enabling shorter turnaround times between sorties. A totally revolutionary electromagnetic aircraft launch technology is available on Ford-class aircraft carriers. Email launches aircraft with electromagnetic energy rather than steam. As a result, the system becomes more energy efficient, needs less upkeep, and can sort items at a faster rate. Email drives the aircraft down the deck for takeoff using a linear synchronous motor with coils down a track. It smoothly accelerates aircraft from 0 to